Hi, this is Holly at the Potomac Bead Company, and today I'm going to show you how to make the heavy wire cuff bracelet. And what we'll need for this project is some 14 gauge wire, some 20 gauge wire, you can use art wire, silver plated, whatever you'd like, and an assortment of beads. Here I have check glass and some gemstones and whatever you're going to want to incorporate into the bracelet along with your coiled wires. Alright, to get us started off, what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've cut 2 lengths of wire, and what you want to do is, depending on how wide you want the bracelet to be, you need to make sure that you mark either end with that amount. You want to mark each end. And what we're going to do is we're going to bend those and wrap them, and that's what's going to start our cuff, as you can see along here. So the tools that we're going to use are the chain nose pliers and wire cutters. And to start off, I'm just going to go ahead and where I have this mark, I'm just going to bend the wire at a 90-degree angle. And then the other side, we'll do the same thing. So you can see a frame kind of starting, and we'll do that with the other piece of wire as well. And there you can see we have both pieces that we need for the beginning of our cuff bracelet. Okay, so what I've done is I've gone ahead and gotten started with wrapping the art wire around the 14 gauge wire, and you can see that I started up here in the corner and secured it and pinched it shut there a little bit. And you don't have to worry about that showing up once you finish your project, because we're actually going to be concealing it with the beads and the wire coils. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to wrap the art wire around both pieces of our 14 gauge wire, and that's what's going to start to get our frame together for the cuff. We're just going to keep wrapping that, and that's going to get that secured pretty good. You want to make sure that you keep this tight and put your coils close together. And just keep going down the side like that. Okay, so as you can see, we've gone ahead and we've coiled our art wire around the side, and we have a good side coming there for our frame. Now what we're going to do is we're going to attach another piece of art wire up here, and I've coiled it on and crimped it down, and we're going to start incorporating our beads into our bracelet. So I'm just going to take a few and string them on to our art wire. And you are only limited by your imagination with this. You can incorporate as many that will fit. And as you'll see later on, we're going to actually do some coils without any beads at all. And we're just going to do some fancy little wire things. So now that I've got those on there, we're going to anchor this on the bottom piece of the frame, and we're just going to twist that around and wrap it a few times to make it pretty secure. And then we're going to start by going up and adding some more beads. Okay, so I have a couple rows of beads added onto the bracelet. One thing you want to remember when you are wrapping your wire in the beads, you want to make sure that you keep your base wires as straight as possible, because sometimes when you're pulling and wrapping those wires, it's going to pull your frame together, and you want to make sure that it doesn't get crooked or anything like that. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've introduced another piece of art wire, and you can see that we've kind of hidden where that beginning loop was. And with this wire, what we're going to do is we're just going to start making decorative elements like the little swirlies and curlicues that are going on there. And this is very simple. Basically all you're going to do is just twist around. You can use some round nose pliers for this if you'd like, but I find that it's just as easy to do with my hands. And I'm just going to twist and turn and make some cute little loops on your project. And once you work the whole way down, you're going to anchor it to the bottom where there's a blank space where there's no wire. You're just going to coil it and then possibly go up around and connect it to the top again. Okay, so you can see that we've added all of our decorative elements and all of our beads here, and all we have to do yet is finish up this end. And we're going to finish this up the same way that we did the other side by just wrapping these two together pretty tight with our art wire and securing that down here at the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And just try to keep those as tight and as close together as you can. Throughout the rest of the bracelet, it really doesn't make a difference. You want it to be tight, but not necessarily close together. Just continue doing that until you get down to the end. Almost there. This is a fun project. I enjoy working with wire. Just looks like a little party on your wrist. Alright, so we're almost done. And we're just going to wrap it around here a little bit. And once you get that done and you secure that, all you need to do then is take it around your wrist and start bending it, and your cuff is going to be done. So I'm just going to bend that a little bit. And the great thing is, if things are sticking out a little bit, you can kind of bend them back into where you need. But we'll just finish up that bottom corner there and secure that piece of art wire. But there you go. There is our heavy wire cuff.